Today we're solving equations with variables on both sides. If we need to solve 7n minus 5 equals 10n plus 13. Our goal when we're solving an equation is to isolate the variable. As you can see, we have the variable on both sides of the equation. So the first thing we have to do is get the variable to one side. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to subtract 10n. I am subtracting 10n because I'm taking the whole term to the other side. 7 minus 10n is negative 3n. Bringing down the minus 5 equals 13. Our goal continues to be getting the variable by itself. So we need the variable by itself. Now we have to undo the subtraction. That means we have to add 5 to both sides. We're left with negative 3n is equal to 18. We haven't finished. We want the n by itself. So to get rid of the negative 3, the inverse operation of multiplication is division. We're going to divide by 3, negative 3 to both sides. So this means n is equal to negative 6. If we check into our original equation, means we're going to substitute negative 6. So 7 times negative 6 minus 5 should equal to 10 times negative 6 plus 13. 7 times negative 6 is negative 42 minus 5. That should be equal to negative 60 plus 13. Negative 42 plus 5 is negative 47. And this is equal to negative 47. That means our answer is correct. N to the right side. So in this case, the inverse operation of 7n is minus 7n. What you do to one side, you do to the other. So 10n minus 7n is 3n plus 13 equal to negative 5. We want n to be by itself. So now we're going to subtract 13 from both sides. Negative 18 is equal to 3n. We're still looking to have n by itself. The inverse operation would be divide by 3 to both sides. Negative 18 divided by 3 is negative 6 is equal to n. Do you see how we got the same answer both ways? 5 times 2x plus 1 equals 10x. So first apply 5 times 2x and 5 times 1. 5 times 2x is 10x. And 5 times 1 is 5. And that's equal to 10x. Now we want the x by itself. So we have to take the x to one side. I am going to choose to take the x to the left side, to the right side, because there's nothing with 10x on this side. So minus 10x using the inverse operation. Minus 10x. 10x minus 10x is 0. Equal to 5. Is this true? No. This is not true. Therefore, there is no solution. If we need to solve 6x plus 2 equals 2 times 3x plus 1, we have to start by distributing the 2. That means 2 times 3 is 6x plus 2. And that's equal to 6x plus 2. Do you notice anything at this point? It's exactly the same. Because they are exactly the same at this point, I already know that the answer to this is every number or all numbers. All numbers are a solution. Let's say we don't see it and we continue. If I want to have the x's together, I would subtract 6x to one side and then to the other. This ends up being 0 plus 2 equals 2. If I take this 2 to the other side, minus 2, this also equals 0. 0 equals 0. Is this true? Yes. When you end up with no variable and 0 equal to 0, it means every number is a solution. So for example, if I want to check, let's say my favorite number is 5. Okay? If my favorite number is 5, I would say 6 times 5 plus 2 has to be equal to 2 times 3 times 5 plus 1. 6 times 5 is 30 plus 2, which is equal to 2. 15 plus 1. 32 has to be equal to 2 times 16. 32 is equal to 32. See how why did I choose the number 5? Just because it was my favorite number. But any number I would have chosen would make this equation true.